We brought with us just 10 barrels of wine. It's a tiny production. Again, I was my only employee for those first 5 years. We began to focus on finding the best locations in the Willamette Valley. So for 12 years, that's what we did. We tried to find good partners, number one, amazing places and amazing people, both. And we did it for 12 years. After that, I felt like I really began to understand the valley. And then we began buying land. And so some existing vineyards we bought that we had been working with, and Savoia would be a site that we developed. We bought that in '98, developed that. So over time, we've been purchasing or doing long-term leasing. A lot of our relationships are long-term leasing, and by long-term I mean 25, 30, 35 years, like serious leases. Like you're married, you know. Mm-hmm. And we do the farming on all those sites. We do the farming, so we farm 9 of our 13 vineyards. We are the farmers in 9 of our 13 sites. But in the other sites, they're like Freedom Hill, as an example. Freedom Hill has been. You've been there since '80. We started there in '87, and they have succession in their family. Their son, Dan and Helen's son, Dustin, took over the farming, so they have succession. So it's still in their family, and they're still doing the farming. Mm-hmm. But we've been there since for 30-something years, right? 32. So yeah.
Great. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. Just gonna turn it off.
How many different wines do you make?
Well, 13 different single vineyards.
Okay.
13 different single vineyards.
All Pinot or no?
Yes, sir.
All Pinot.
Yeah, those are.
Those are.
13 single vineyards. We also do a blend. We do a wine that's an introductory wine, if you will. That's a blend of those sites, of all those sites, and at a very competitive price to introduce ourselves to people. It's a wine that is at a price level that allows it to be poured by the glass all over. Which is good. So it introduces us to people. Our hope is that they try that, they enjoy it, and then it's a stepping stone up to that next level of the single vineyards. We also do Pinot Blanc. Okay. We do Pinot Blanc and a Chardonnay.
Okay.
From here, very small production, really small.
No Syrah?
Oh yeah.
I know you do Syrah.
We do Syrah. We have a Syrah.
I've had your Syrah.
I still buy that same guy I was talking about, Norm McKibben.
The apple guy?
The apple guy.
The
same guy. He, one of his vineyards is called Seven Hills.
Oh, yeah.
He owns it with Gary Figgins of Leonetti and Marty Clubb of L'École. Yeah. The three of them actually. Norm is they partner on everything together.
Didn't Casey used to run Seven Hills?
Used to.
Uh-huh.
And he still has the Seven Hills winery.
Yeah.
But the vineyard is he doesn't have any ownership of the vineyard.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. But that vineyard is a great vineyard, and it's great. And the Syrah there is insane.
Can't wait to
It's
taste
insane. Yeah, of course you can.
Okay, so total production today as far as all you want?
It varies by vintage. It's amazing how the range, because we can go from in a bigger year where we need bigger crop, where it's important to be successful, like in a hot year you want bigger crop.
Okay.
We'll be up to 30,000 cases. In a colder year, when we're doing a lot of thinning, we'll be down to say 20,000 cases.
And you consider 12 packs, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then one last question. If you had to put into context the growing seasons the last 5 years, from let's go 13 through 18, any favorites in those last 5?
So you guys are going to taste, what did you have?
This is the 14
Syrah.
Yeah.
I've only tasted one Pinot.
Oh.
You might want to wait on the Syrah, because it's so heavy. So all I've done is Carter.
Okay.
We haven't done Canary or anything, only the Carter. That's all I've done. I was going to have the 09 last Pinot. Okay, so, but the
last 5.
Last 5. So since 13, actually since 12, it's been pretty remarkably warm and dry.
Is that global
13,
warming
though,
or no? Oh, that's a different argument.
No, it's good. No, it's a good subject.
Okay.
Because it is warming. If you look at, there's a fantastic website that Oregon State has. It's called the Oregon Climatological Service, and they have daily records, from 30 weather stations in the valley here since 1924.
You're kidding.
I'm not. Daily highs and lows, and then rainfall in all these stations since 1924. And so, in fact, I used that. That was one of the resources I used when I was writing the AVA, because it showed, those weather stations showed how different we were. We were warmer. We were warmer than here, warmer than there, warmer than there, warmer than there. It showed clearly that we were. But yeah, so anyhow. So since then, so it's been warm, although, it's getting warmer. But we'll know when we're affected by it. When we're affected by it, you will see us begin to plant higher in elevation.
Yeah, of course.
And nobody is yet.
Yeah.
Everybody's still gun shy. Okay, because
what's high in elevation?
Well, for us, I see our success generally happens between 250 and 750 feet.
Okay.
That's where we see success. That's kind of the tropical zone, that works. At 250, you're above frost line, and you're up on those hillsides where you have thinner soils, and you have mother rock. On the valley floor, there is no mother rock. It's just soil, and so that's why it's so unsuccessful on the valley floor. But then above 750, you start to get into cool air from elevation, and so it can become challenging. If you have a cool year and you're above 750, it can be a struggle to get right. Okay. And so, if this trend continues, and we continue to see the warming we've seen since 12, we will begin to see people going up. You'll see people going up and planting more. And there's a lot of opportunity to do that. There's a lot of land that could be planted. Okay. But people are still... So what's your favorite in those last 5 years? Oh,
if you had to pick one.
Maybe, I like them all for different reasons. The 15 was a great year because we really understood how to deal with the hot year by then. We understood how to create a wine of freshness in a year that could have been overbaked. We understood how to farm correctly to do that. So I took it as to me, I felt we were very successful in handling that kind of heat. But if you just look at all the vintages, which vintage might naturally be my favorite? 16, maybe. I love 16. I really love 16.
All right, thank you. Great conversation with Ken Wright. Cheers. Pound good juice.